Minecraft is by far one of the most freeing games that's ever come out, and its genre maybe even decade-defining by some standards. The game started out as an indie title developed and published by Mojang, but was later bought by Microsoft for $2.5 billion. Minecraft's birthday is May 17, 2009, which is the same day as my birthday. Unsurprisingly, I feel a pretty strong connection to this game, as I've probably sunk in the most time into it out of any other game. It's rated everyone 10 and up by the ESRB, and its target audience could be considered children, with a secondary market for adults and others. It's really a game for anyone because you can do anything. One of the main reasons Minecraft was just so impactful was because it marked a very clear shift in the video game industry. Before Minecraft, games were arguably very linear and challenge focused. Minecraft marked a huge shift in that sort of ideology, because at the beginning there was no objective, no way to complete the game. Honestly, Minecraft is most similar to real life when you compare it to games, because it has no objectives, and it's up to the player to create their own fun for the most part. There are community-driven ways of playing the game, and after the Microsoft acquisition, there is a way to beat Minecraft, but for the most part, there's nothing you can compare Minecraft to that Minecraft didn't directly inspire. Using the system of MDA to analyze Minecraft, you can see some shortcomings about the game. Most people praise Minecraft to no end, but I see the Microsoft acquisition as the downfall of the game in terms of game design. In terms of its mechanics, what made Minecraft so special hasn't fundamentally changed. The entire world is interactable. You can place blocks and mine them. Some of these blocks grant resources to the player that they can use to progress in the game and manipulate the world easier, such as diamond tools being able to mine faster and for longer without breaking. The core dynamic of Minecraft is arguably in the name. You mine to get resources and craft so that you can mine more effectively. Monsters come out in the dark to act as an obstacle for player progression, which is also solved by crafting. To protect against these monsters, a player needs to craft torches to light up an area and create a shelter with the blocks they've mined. These core dynamics is what made Minecraft catch on like wildfire, because you could create anything, and the game was pushing you to create so that you wouldn't die and lose your items. Being able to survive your first night in Minecraft was a huge challenge that felt amazing to complete, and you could have your own unique way of doing it. The main aesthetics of the game was that feeling of accomplishment after you built a shelter. As days progressed, the player polished their building to look nicer and become more of a home, because they end up waiting there for the night to go away. Because of Minecraft's open-ended nature, it ends up being pretty hard to play the vanilla single-player experience in a queer way that developers didn't intend. However, I think the most popular version of playing the game queerly for Minecraft would be the multiplayer minigames. The most popular of these, Minecraft Hunger Games, arguably went on to inspire all of the battle royales popular today. The Hunger Games in Minecraft took place like the Hunger Games movie and other battle royales, where the player starts with nothing and has to find loot to try and defeat others and be the last one standing. Overall, however, I believe Minecraft is a game that has lost its core MDA focus. The gameplay cycle I described earlier has been muddied up and distorted. Players can skip the first night whenever they want by sleeping in a bed, which is easy to obtain through various means. The monsters no longer pose a threat to the player because of all the gameplay changes directed towards players, such as enchantments and food and healing, and no gameplay changes directed towards monsters. Worst of all, Microsoft removed the part of Minecraft which made it special by adding a real endgame, where you want to defeat the Ender Dragon to obtain wings and other endgame loot. All of these changes dilute the main gameplay cycle, and in my eyes is added just to please the players with content, with no regards as to connections between the content. Because of the non-existent threat of monsters, there's no reason to create buildings, and even if a player does, they have even less of a reason to return to their buildings and appreciate their craft. In the end, I think that Minecraft is a masterpiece of a game that is genre-defining, but has seen a lack of effort from the developers to continue expanding on their game. In many ways, Minecraft has an antiquated form of game design and is overshadowed by other open-world games such as Breath of the Wild because of its more abundance of content. Thankfully, Hytale, which was created by a Minecraft server owner, looks to be a more promising game, continuing in the footsteps of Minecraft and even expanding on it by focusing more on user-generated content, which was a huge unintentional part of the Minecraft experience. I feel like game sandboxes such as Hytale will be the next step for video games and could lead to a game metaverse such as seen in Ready Player One. Don't get me wrong, I still love Minecraft, but I can't just help but feel bitter when I reflect on its massive potential and the laziness of its developers.